of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know, nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place me ever roam could be like Belize, be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize, sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna.
We want to look at the burial of Jesus Christ, and I want to raise some things because the Bible is a book that should provoke you to think. You should not just go blindly into reading things, and some people just blindly, and this is a passage of scripture that I regard as, all the scripture is special, but this one has some very special handle on it because it brings together some very important information. I don't believe Jesus Christ died on Good Friday again. I don't believe that because of this very passage of scripture and its related verses. It's because 3 days and 3 nights, as Jesus Christ said, no matter how you count that, mathematically it is impossible. But there's an explanation, and it is our misconception because it talks about a high Sabbath. And you must understand these terms clearly. You must understand these terms clearly. What is a high Sabbath? You have the annual Sabbaths, where there are Sabbaths that were celebrated. These were not the 7-day Sabbaths. And these Sabbaths were celebrated on the day that they, on which they fell. And some of them were known as high days or high Sabbaths. When the year Jesus Christ died, if a check is done, you will see that there were 2 Sabbaths in that week as a consequence of the high Sabbath not falling on the day of the weekly Sabbath. So there were 2 Sabbaths. And you could see where the women went and quickly prepared the body when they did not break his leg, because the Sabbath was approaching. It was a high day. When you look in Luke that we're going to be looking at, it does not say, but John clearly tells you that the Sabbath they were talking about was the high Sabbath. It wasn't the Saturday. The high Sabbath, the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, this is the high Sabbath, right? According to Exodus 12 and Leviticus 23, 6 and 7, this day was a holy convocation where no customary work was to be done. It was an annual Sabbath. You see, this Sabbath, the one that prevented them, that caused them to exacerbate the whole process, was such a day. It was not the Saturday or the Friday evening, because the Sabbath starts from what we call Friday, what we refer to as a Friday evening, until the Saturday evening. When John 19:31 says, "For that Sabbath was a high day," it indicates that the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread was starting. That Sabbath was a high day, right? So we have that clear. But why am I saying that? Why am I clearing that up? Because as we read, we will see something here. It says, "There was a good and righteous man named Joseph, a man of the Sanhedrin." You see, when things go wrong, when things are going wrong, you have a choice. You follow the others or you do what is right. Who had not agreed with their plans, you see, and action, he did not agree. He was from Arimathea, a Judean town, and was looking forward to the kingdom of God. You see, sometimes people misunderstand. I've seen great misunderstanding with people. And I think I've gotten to a place where I won't argue with people again, except for the scriptures. I used to like to try to show, well, you know what, it's really this. And maybe God wired me like that to talk about the scriptures. and was looking forward to the kingdom of God. He approached Pilate. You see now? Not only did he stand up from the Sanhedrin, but he approached Pilate. That's also a problem because remember now Pilate was the man who called. His wife told him not to, but he eventually went along. So going to these fellas now is putting yourself at risk, but Joseph goes. You know, in my secular job, I find myself in some positions sometimes, I tell you, not easy, but in my mind, what I'm doing is right, and I stand up. This is what I see here too. This man, he's so convicted about right and wrong. He has chosen the side of right, and he decides no matter where the chips fall, he will stand his ground. He approached Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. He asked for the body of Jesus Christ. So taking it, well, of course they gave it to him. Taking it down, he wrapped it in fine linen and placed it in a tomb cut into the rocks where no one had ever been placed. That is prophecy. That is prophecy. The scriptures clearly talks about that he's going to go in a rich man's tomb. Joseph of Arimathea was a rich man, and nobody else had ever been placed in that tomb. He said, when no one had ever been placed. You see, the Bible is telling us. Why is it saying this? Because this comes from what the prophecy says in the Psalms. It talks about this very situation. He said it was the preparation day and the Sabbath was about to begin. So now they're talking about that Sabbath. And as I said to you earlier, this Sabbath that they're talking about was the annual Sabbath that fell on a day other than the weekly Sabbath. And so that particular week when Jesus Christ died had 2 Sabbaths. 2 Sabbaths. So now that's why the women quickly went and they half prepared the body because time was running out. Remember, he died at 3 o'clock and the Sabbath starts at 6. The only 3 hours they have to go and ask that to take down the body, half prepare the body, take it to the tomb, prepare the tomb. All of that had to be done before 6 o'clock, which was when the Sabbath started. And so that's what they're talking about here. This was a high Sabbath. So the woman who had come with him from Galilee followed along and observed the tomb and how his body was placed. So then they returned and prepared spices and perfume. You see? So after they had done that, they returned. This is after that high Sabbath. Then they returned and prepared spices and perfumes, and they rested on the Sabbath according to the commandment. On the high Sabbath, what they did was to half prepare the body because they couldn't prepare the body properly. They went home, and then on the day between the 2 Sabbaths, what they did was to get the spices, and then they were going to come back early in the morning to prepare that body. Right? When they went there, they didn't find anybody. But we can check and see too. We're talking about looking at the scriptures and understanding what actually transpired here. And I would insist that you do a further study on this to be able to be clearer, because there are people who are going to come to you. We must be prepared to contend for the faith. There are people who are going to pick at these things, and they will try to go there, and they're going to try to confuse the person who does not understand clearly. You, as a Christian, you should know and you should be able to defend what the scripture says.
I'm coming back to your heart.
Foundations. Your work must be grounded upon solid rock, and so should your faith. Join Pastor Louis Wade Jr. weekly for Foundations Bible Study, where he goes deep into the Word of God with biblical teachings for better understanding.
A person might have potential inside of them, a desire to fulfill something, but the word of the Lord can bring that out of a person. Amen? So in the case of Gideon, though he felt that he could not do it, God had designated for him to do it. And so when God spoke the word through the angel, Gideon became who God knew he was all along.
Tune in on PlusTV Sundays for a new program or catch the repeats. We would love to hear from you. Write in and share your thoughts, prayer requests, or even pose questions you may have regarding the Bible passages. Foundations. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain.
So when we face God, you know something. When I think of the love of the Lord.
Spice up your next event with professional lighting. Call 610-5679 and give your audience an experience they'll never forget. Proper stage lighting ensures stage visibility, motivates, and sets the mood of the atmosphere. We provide services for weddings, concerts, parties, dance recitals, and much more. Captivate your audience. Improve your production today. Call Shamax Productions at 610-5679 for quality and professional stage lighting.
Cyber Realty and Development is the leader in providing solutions to the current land crisis in Belize. For homeowners and investors alike, Cyber Realty is offering special deals on half-acre parcels in its new Emery Village development. Enjoy prime land off Mile 37 on the George Price Highway at an unbeatable price. All you need is the initial down payment of $275 Belize dollars. Take advantage and reserve your half-acre home sites today. Emery Village. Join the community. Invest in your future.
Blessed Gardens is servicing home gardens across the country from the nation's capital and helping Belizeans reconnect with nature. We have everything you need for your home garden, so get growing. We have various types of soils: fortified soil, composted soil, potting soil, and pure compost for your garden. We have quality seeds and over 65 varieties of food seedlings for your garden. We even have organic insecticides available, EM soil treatment, and Polyshade for your excessive sun or rain. Blessed Gardens has all your garden solution in one location. Call 610-5679. Visit us at the Bumapan Market Plaza or enjoy our free deliveries across the country. Blessed Gardens. Get growing, Belize.
Do you enjoy learning and wanting to know more about Christ your Savior? Then join Phil Sanders in Search of the Lord's Ways every Sunday 7:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. on PlusTV for half an hour of beautiful hymns and Bible messages. Messages are repeated on Tuesdays at 1:30 and Fridays at 10:30 a.m. Search in the Word for God's will. Know more and do more for the God we love. In Search of the Lord's Ways with Phil Sanders is being brought to you by the Church of Christ in your area. Be sure to visit.
Mopping, tiles, furniture, and
Miss, you don't need all of this, man. Only this you need to make 4 out of this. And it's cheaper than all of them put together.
I want it.
Green Clean. All your cleaning needs in one bottle.
Flowers are more than petals and stems. They are messages. They speak when words fall short. At Bow and Our Flowers, every arrangement tells a story of love, gratitude, comfort, and celebration of moments that matter. From heartfelt condolences to joyful milestones and everyday surprises, we treat your moments as if they are our own. We're more than a flower shop. We create customized gift baskets filled with adorable items, making every gift truly unforgettable. At Bow and Our Flowers, our promise is simple: quality, heart, and arrangements that create long-lasting memories. Visit us in Nopan or Spanish Local. Contact us. Bow and Our Flowers, where every flower has a purpose and every gift hits the heart.
Hi kids, how are you today? Are you ready for fun, faith, and friends?
We said, are you ready?
Yeah! So come join us every Saturday at 10 a.m. and every Sunday at 11 a.m.
2 times to choose from, or join us for both here at PlusTV.
We have brand new episodes every week just for you, and awesome songs so we can sing loud,
And cool dance moves you can follow along with.
exciting Bible stories every week that you can learn more from God, and super fun games so we can laugh together.
We'll learn how to shine for Jesus everywhere we go.
Do you like prizes or surprises? Do you like making new friends?
Do you like having fun when you learn about God? Then Koinonia Kids is for you!
So don't forget, tell your friends, cousins, and neighbors.
Set your alarms and get ready.
Join us next time on Koinonia Kids.
On PlusTV.
Yeah! Hola niños, ¿cómo están? ¿Están listos para fe, diversión y amigos?
¿Están listos?
¡Sí! Así que únanse con nosotros cada sábado a las 10 a.m. y los domingos a las 11 a.m.
2 tiempos para escoger o únanse a los dos. Aquí en PlusTV.
Cada semana tendremos nuevos episodios solo para ti y canciones muy divertidas para que bailemos juntos.
Y pasos de baile super cool que puedes seguir.
Cada semana tendremos historias emocionantes que nos acercan a Jesús. Y saben, juegos muy divertidos para que riamos juntos.
Vamos a aprender cómo para brillar para Jesús donde quiera que estemos.
¿Te gustan las sorpresas y premios? ¿Te gusta hacer nuevos amigos?
¿Te gusta divertirte y aprender de Dios?
Así es.
Koinonia
Kids
es para ti.
Así que no te olvides. Invita a tus amigos, primos y vecinos.
Pon tu alarma y alístate
Nos vemos la próxima vez en Koinonia Kids.
en PlusTV.
Landy Show on TV. Catch all the happenings straight out of San Ignacio with plenty of tea. Every Wednesday evening on the Landy Show. Laugh and real talk. No one tells it like Andy, Belize's favorite storyteller. So grab your friends, kick back, tune in only on Plus TV.
I'm coming back to your heart.
Foundations, Your work must be grounded upon solid rock, and so should your faith. Join Pastor Louis Wade Jr. weekly for Foundations Bible Study, where he goes deep into the Word of God with biblical teachings for better understanding.
A person might have potential inside of them, a desire to fulfill something, but the word of the Lord can bring that out of a person. Amen? So in the case of Gideon, though he felt that he could not do it, God had designated for him to do it. And so when God spoke the word through the angel, Gideon became who God knew he was all along.
Tune in on PlusTV Sundays for a new program or catch the repeats. We would love to hear from you. Write in and share your thoughts, prayer requests, or even pose questions you may have regarding the Bible passages. Foundations. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain.
So when me face God, you know something. When I think of the Lord, God is right.
Spice up your next event with professional lighting. Call 610-5679 and give your audience an experience they'll never forget. Proper stage lighting ensures stage visibility, motivates, and sets the mood of the atmosphere. We provide services for weddings, concerts, parties, dance recitals, and much more. Captivate your audience. Improve your production today. Call Shamax Productions at 610-5679 for quality and professional stage lighting.
Cyber Realty and Development is the leader in providing solutions to the current land crisis in Belize. For homeowners and investors alike, Cyber Realty is offering special deals on half-acre parcels in its new Emery Village development. Enjoy prime land off Mile 37 on the George Price Highway at an unbeatable price. All you need is the initial down payment of $275 Belize dollars. Take advantage and reserve your half-acre home sites today. Emery Village. Join the community. Invest in your future.
Blessed Gardens is servicing home gardens across the country from the nation's capital and helping Belizeans reconnect with nature. We have everything you need for your home garden, so get growing. We have various types of soils: fortified soil, composted soil, potting soil, and pure compost for your garden. We have quality seeds and over 65 varieties of food seedlings for your garden. We even have organic insecticides available, EM soil treatment, and Polishade for your excessive sun or rain. Blessed Gardens has all your garden solution in one location. Call 610-5679. Visit us at the Bumapan Market Plaza or enjoy our free deliveries across the country. Blessed Gardens. Get growing, Belize.
Do you enjoy learning and wanting to know more about Christ your Savior? Then join Phil Sanders in Search of the Lord's Ways every Sunday 7:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. on PlusTV for half an hour of beautiful hymns and Bible messages. Messages are repeated on Tuesdays at 1:30 and Fridays at 10:30 a.m. Search in the Word for God's will. Know more and do more for the God we love. In Search of the Lord's Ways with Phil Sanders is being brought to you by the Church of Christ in your area. Be sure to visit.
Mopping, tiles, furniture, and...
Miss, you don't need all of this, man. Only this you need. We make 4 out of this. And it's cheaper than all of them put together.
I want it.
Green Clean. All your cleaning needs in one bottle.
Flowers are more than petals and stems. They are messages. They speak when words fall short. At Bow and Our Flowers, every arrangement tells a story of love, gratitude, comfort, and celebration of moments that matter. From heartfelt condolences to joyful milestones and everyday surprises, we treat your moments as if they are our own. We're more than a flower shop. We create customized gift baskets filled with adorable items, making every gift truly unforgettable. At Bow and Our Flowers, our promise is simple: quality, heart, and arrangements that create long-lasting memories. Visit us in Nopan or Spanish Lookout. Contact us. Bow and Our Flowers, where every flower has a purpose and every gift hits the heart.
Hi kids, how are you today? Are you ready for fun, faith, and friends?
We said, are you ready?
Yeah! So come join us every Saturday at 10 a.m. and every Sunday at 11 a.m.
2 times to choose from. Or join us for both here at Plus TV.
We have brand new episodes every week just for you, and awesome songs so we can sing loud,
And cool dance moves you can follow along with.
exciting Bible stories every week that you can learn more from God, and super fun games so we can laugh together.
We'll learn how to shine for Jesus everywhere we go.
Do you like prizes or surprises? Do you like making new friends?
Do you like having fun when you learn about God? Then Koinonia Kids is for you.
So don't forget, tell your friends, cousins, and neighbors.
Set your alarms and get ready.
Join us next time on Koinonia Kids.
On Plus TV.
Yeah! Hola niños, ¿cómo están? ¿Están listos para fe, diversión y amigos?
¿Están listos?
¡Sí! Así que únanse con nosotros cada sábado a las 10 a.m. y los domingos a las 11 a.m.
2 tiempos para escoger o únanse a los 2. Aquí en Plus TV.
Cada semana tendremos nuevos episodios solo para ti y canciones muy divertidas para que bailemos juntos.
Y pasos de baile super cool que puedes seguir.
Cada semana tendremos historias emocionantes que nos acercan a Jesús. Y saben, juegos muy divertidos para que riamos juntos.
Vamos a aprender cómo para guiar para Jesús donde quiera que estemos.
¿Te gustan las sorpresas y premios? ¿Te gusta hacer nuevos amigos?
¿Te gusta divertirte y aprender de Dios?
Así es.
Koinonia
Kids
es para ti.
Así que no te olvides. Invita a tus amigos, primos y vecinos.
Pon tu alarma y alístate.
Nos vemos la próxima vez en Koinonia Kids
En Plus TV.
¡Yeah!
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place we ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave me home, no other place we ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna.
Morning, ladies. Welcome to the Friday morning edition of Rise and Shine. It is the 15th of May, and if you think about it, 15th of May, we got 2 weeks before you will know June to November that the hurricane season is coming soon. So this morning we want to talk about some of the stuff we don't have nothing to do with hurricane. We have to do with a lot of other things that is happening right here in Belmopan. And I'm your host this morning that we're going to be talking about all these great things happening right here in the capital city, Belmopan. I'm Santi Valencia this morning. And I will be joined later on, when I see how the time goes, joined later on by one of our other co-hosts if he makes it in. If not, we will keep this train rolling, right? But this morning, because we have a pretty late start, we want to jump into this kind of segment here of talking about Belmopan Action coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday the 16th, and we have some people with us here that are going to be telling us what is happening in Belmopan. So if you're wherever you're at and you're in Punta Gorda, or if you're in Corazon and you're coming in the area in Belmopan, the capital city, Sir George Brown Field, right where we got a lot of decoration. We may have been doing a great job, you know. You see how decoration look, how the area looked at Belmopan, well decorated, looking really nice right there. So this whole big thing when they happen. So if you come in the area from Belize, San Ignacio, drop in. We'll tell you about it right now because we have people then with guests that will be telling us about that. So with that said, we want to welcome you, Mr. Usher.
Morning.
Bless you, man. Good to have you. And,
Thank you,
Mrs. Castillo. Mrs. Castillo, right? It's good to have you. And then, of course, we should have another guest also coming in later on in a little while, right? But we're glad to have you. You are, introduce us. Tell us who you are.
So, I am Andrew Usher. My name is Andrew Usher. I am from the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry. That's the BCCI. I always get confused and I want to say it. Sometimes I say BCCI, sometimes I sell the full thing. But yes, so I represent the BCCI. I work in marketing and PR there. And of course, we're here to talk about Made in Belize Trade Show 2026.
Right.
It's being held on the Salt Ring Road. That's right across from the Sir George Brown Field. So right on the road itself, the road is going to be blocked off, and that's where all the booths will be. That's tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it's like a mid-morning to early nighttime event. So we are going to have people out there up until 8 o'clock that you'll be able to get primarily products and services that are offered made in Belize. So
Wow.
I'd say maybe about 90% of the products that are being sold out there have some Belizean aspect to it.
Yeah.
And even the services, because we do have some educational institutions that will be out there as well, and different institutions that will come out to offer their services.
Really?
And to
Like I mean, you with the chamber. So like who kind of people you think? Give me a few, and you have a few, and right off the top of your hat.
I won't necessarily call out all the
the
business.
advertising, but
I won't call out all the businesses because we have.
You can't. But give me a couple of them just so that people could get the appetite wet to come out.
Well, I can tell you what they're going to have. So we will have food and drinks. That's all. Belizean food and drinks. We're gonna have woodworks. So if you're looking to get maybe a nice centerpiece for your table or for your office space, that's something to look forward to. Right. Souvenirs. Handicrafts or handcrafts, like what people say. Paintings, of course, honey, peppers. We have a commerce area, and we have a lot of so jewelry. So if you're looking to get your significant other, maybe a nice pair of earrings or handbags, that's going to be out there as well. Maybe some ceramic items for there's a lot of things for the home. So if you're looking for things. For men, I mean, there's so much. There's so much to list off. But I would say, because it sounds like it's only women, but I would go back to the food for the men, because I love food. I love food. So if you're bringing me out there specifically to get food, I will be quite happy, because we do have a food area that's completely filled with people selling different type of local and not so local food, but for the most part local food.
Mostly,
And it's gonna be a great event. We're gonna have music out there. We have an opening ceremonies. The event is free to attend, so you don't have to pay to come in.
Right.
And like I said, it's focusing on Belizean entrepreneurship, creativity, innovation. It's all about Belizeans tomorrow at the Made in Belize Trade Show.
We have Mrs. Castillo. You with us this morning, and I mean, like you were from Belmopanese, right? And you also have some pretty hefty. We've been watching some stuff here, and somebody said, I think that accident was the correct word. I think somebody said one time, and it was a big deal where it started going viral that Belizeans don't have talent. That was a mistake. I don't think that was an intentional word in the forum. So I want to try polish that and leave it, right? Because anybody will leave it a sense that this country know that we have talent. And we got a lot of it. We loaded, Belizean loaded with talent. And not just raw. We got some refined talents. Mrs. Castillo, you the one of the examples right here with this man. We show Belizean, yes, or this whole country and the world, because you know what this thing spread, right? Because of internet, everything. We got some talent, right? So tell us a little bit about your talent, because you know Belizean and Belmopanese right here. So we are on the display somehow. Belize got talent. It's Castillo.
So my name is Emma Castillo. I am the artist and owner of Brush and Palette. It's a small art studio in Belmopan, where I make paintings. I also make, I work with clay and resin as well. And these are some of my pieces. I also provide private art classes. I do murals as well for businesses and, for home as well. So yeah.
So when we talk about, put it up because we want to see it. Because a lot of time we talk about, people know art box. You think about art box and everybody. But look at this right here, what we have. Put up that thing there for me. Look, this that what we locally produce right here. And who could deny that, man, that lady got some talent. I said, I said sometimes to my wife, I said, man, I don't know, I complain, Lord, you should make me more talented and less good looking, Look, look at this. This is some of the display that we will have out there
Yes, tomorrow.
tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
And then, like you said, you have other things that you teach also.
Yes, I teach. I do private art classes, paint and sips as well. So, yeah.
How people could get a hold of you? Like if I have one child, we want to get into some of this here art, or you got, can we go say we're picnic and go dolly drawing, you don't know why they got something. How we could get a hold of you? Like
I have a page on Instagram and Facebook, and also my number, 611-0548. 611 0548.
0548.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook, it's brush and palette. Sorry.
Brush and palette.
Yeah, brush and palette.
The brush and palette.
Yes.
Like one paint brush
and
and palette,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so they could get a hold of you. And so if you have a child that you see they're quite artistic and they're going in the right direction, you have one teacher available, and I'm sure we have many others. You know, I could tell you a couple more teachers what we have that do arts. That's what I'm saying. Belizean, that no so. We do have talent, and then we have Mr. Usher that are promoting through using the BCCI, right?
Yeah.
To show up or what with MSMEs, right?
Yeah, I mean we host different expos throughout the year. This is one of our primary ones that we host. This is the 9th edition actually. So since 2018 until now, we've had this event highlighting Belizeans, because that's ultimately the theme that we operate under is buy in Belize, build Belize, support your local homegrown.
Made in Belize.
Yeah, made in Belize, definitely. I mean, a lot of times people operate under the misconception that because it's a Belizean product, it might be of lesser quality. Or it might be overpriced. And then when you look at what people are really willing to spend on, you're like, well, why are you willing to spend so much on this item and not something that's locally made, that has, you know, our own Belizean talent and entrepreneurship put into it? And I think this is why this event specifically, you know, encourages people to come out and learn more about it, because you can come out there, take your time, take a walk around, because it's not very far. Everything is central. So you take your walk and you see, okay, well, what's available, what's not available. And just thinking about it, when you ask me what's for males, I do believe there's going to be like leather items for males too. So if you're looking for, you know, maybe a wallet or maybe like a work bag or something like that, that's going to be out there as well. But there's a wide variety, as those looking at home that they can see on the screen. There's a wide variety of businesses that will be out there, and there's still booth spaces available too. So if you're looking to be a part of the event, you can always reach out to us. We're on social media, on Facebook and on Instagram. You can contact us at 614-3138. 2235330, or if you're in Belize City but you have the time, you can always stop by our office that's on Coney Drive, where the Western Union is, and have a discussion with us about it. But for those interested, you can always reach out to us directly and say, hey, what does it take to feature my Belizean product tomorrow at the event, and we'll have that discussion with you, because we usually get late submissions. But again, for those tuning in at home, they can always look at the flyers that are being shared on the screen, and they can see what all you can experience out there. I know me, for one, why I like Made in Belize is because I get my woodwork stuff. I love woodwork stuff, so I have a lot of them. I have different coasters in my house. I have different holders for different items. So like my jewelry box, I call it jewelry box, even though it's for men. I don't know if there's another name for it for men, but I call it my jewelry box. It's wooden. And different items that, you know, I want. And even, you know, like stuff for the home, just in general, you know. I like pepper, so I get my pepper sauces at Made in Belize. I like honey. I drink my coffee with honey. So, you know,
more healthier.
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity to come out there. And even if you're looking for, let's say, skin care and hair care products, we have different items out there. Like if you suffer from eczema, like me, if you suffer from joint pain, like me again, I don't want to age myself, but I do suffer joint pain. But even these things, if you need stuff for your face, you know, sunscreen and stuff like that, we have Belizean made products that are going to be out there that cater to these ailments that we might have. So there's a lot to experience, but you have to come and be a part of it. And like you said, whether you're coming from PG or Corozal, it's a great opportunity to stop in, take maybe an hour of your time, stop in, do some shopping, and then continue on with your day. But like I said, we're going into the nighttime too, and we're gonna have two things that I don't want to forget to mention. We're gonna have gate prizes. Even though we don't necessarily have a gate, we do have prizes to be won
Yeah.
by simply shopping at the different booths. You collect your tokens because we have a token system. So if you collect 10 tokens, you can get a prize for being out there at the event. And we have a best booth competition happening. So we have different people who signed up to participate because you did have to sign up. And they're going to be judged, and at the end of the day, we're going to have 5 different booths win specific prizes. So that includes the best overall booth, which is sponsored, and all of these are sponsored in part by the Chamber, but by different sponsors as well. So we have the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan. They're doing the best overall booth. I believe Hamanasi and Venture and Dive Resort, they're also doing the most outstanding woman entrepreneur, as well as the most eco-friendly product as well, or the most eco-friendly booth. And then we're also going to have Universal Hardware and Builders, who are also sponsors of the most outstanding youth and most outstanding male. So there's prizes to be won by those who participate. There's cash as well as trophies that they're going to be getting for participating. So we're giving back also. It's not just about the money that you invest into the event. If you work hard and you push yourself, you can also get money in return by putting your best foot forward.
So you have to register with the
well, the competition is closed. Yeah, the competition is closed now. However, if you still want to participate, there's still time. But the competition is closed now. We want to thank everybody that registered to participate in the competition, that signed up. But it's closed now. But again, for those interested in coming out, you know, we're there from 11 to 8 o'clock at night. And around 1 o'clock, we're going to have the opening ceremony. So for those that will be at the event, the exhibitors that are going to be there, they can come out and be a part of that opening ceremony, you know, learn. Right. We have a guest speaker that's going to come out and share their experience with you, their journey of being an entrepreneur in Belize and everything like that. So it's a great opportunity to come out again and learn about the different businesses and the Belizean-owned businesses that work tirelessly to push their product and service out there and to make you know about it as well.
And the commerce, the chamber of commerce, is that you actually represent all the people in Belize that are dealing with businesses and so forth, or you have to tell, because it's important that people know. People might be watching where they hear about the chamber, but they don't know.
A lot of people don't know that
what is it all about,
the
right?
chamber is a membership organization,
right?
So we don't, we're not funded by the government. We're funded by our services that we offer and our members primarily. And you know, it's one of the things where in registering to be a member of the chamber, you get access to our events at a discounted rate. So take for instance, Made in Belize. If you're a member, you can participate at a discounted rate. We do Expo in Belize City at the Marianne Jones Sports Complex, which is coming back again this year at the same location on the 12th and 13th of September. You can participate in that event at a discounted rate as well. And then we have another event around Christmas time that you get a discounted rate by simply being a member. And there's many things that we offer. You know, we offer advertising services, we offer trainings, we offer a bit of mentorship as well. But it takes reaching out to us. We always encourage people to reach out to us to learn more about what the different services that we offer.
The small person. Because the small person, because the small person could maybe. When I say small person, MSMEs, right? Micro, small, medium, and
I mean, even people who are interested in Western Union, because we're a Western Union master agent, and a lot of people don't know that.
Well,
so,
I didn't know that.
So if you have a, you know, because there's 2 master agents in Belize, and we're one of them. But if you're interested in being a sub-agent, let's say you have a business that's doing really well, and you're in an area that's not serviced, and maybe you want to look for a way to add the additional income as well as offer a service that you might not have thought about. We offer Western Union as well, so it's a great way to say, you know what, make a reach out and see how I can become a Western Union sub-agent. So there's a lot of things that we do, but we always encourage people to follow us on social media, give us a call, come in the office and try to arrange a meeting so that we can have a further discussion.
So pretty much anybody that are engaged in entrepreneurship could engage and try connect with the chamber and try and be a member or official member, and then you'll get help, you get promoted, you get training and so forth. So that's the benefits. We had some Miss Castillo's displays already where show that you're right on track. But we have the next guest that also into entrepreneurship that are doing very well. And for those who like get bite up with bees, we have Miss Leslie. Good morning.
Good
Bless
morning.
you.
Good morning. God bless you.
Tell us a little bit about what we have here, Ms. Leslie, because you'll be out there for sure tomorrow as well.
Yes,
and you'll
I will
be
out there.
displaying. Tell us a little bit about it, because I see you sometimes look like you're ready to go to outer space.
Pastor Santi is talking about when I'm on his property, extracting his bees.
Well, I wonder if the what you call it, the aliens, they come in and say, where does the alien come from? Because they are white.
Right, in the bee suit. We need to protect ourselves because we deal with African bees.
Yeah.
And they tend to, they're like women, I always say, it just depends on the weather, will depend on how they act.
Well, I think
but they're
was.
fine. They're fine. But yes, so I'm a beekeeper. That's, I think, no secret now. This is farm to perfection, and we provide you with 100% honey. We also have different infusions. So tomorrow you'll be able to see our new packages. This is one right here, our new package. This is a honey crate.
Lovely.
And we have our Belize in a bottle as well, where you get different honey from each one of our apiaries. So we are expanding. We do extract bees.
See, because a lot of people like me, so now when I think about honey, I think about the bees. And any bees, just get honey sweet. That's about all I know about honey.
We have different bees. Like for example, in Melipona, they provide like maybe 2 ounces for the air, but the African bees are the bees that do all the work. And so they work very, very hard, and that is the particular bee that we work with. Yes, they sting. Venom is good for you. It's been found to cure cancer. It's very good for you. And so these are their honey. We also provide their honeycomb as well. We are providing an experience, and it's an educational journey to let you know what all bees do. They're not just producing honey. We make crayons from their wax. We make lip balm, painkiller from their wax. And actually, the newest thing from us is that we're opening up our shop on the side of the highway in Kamalote. If you go on our page, you'll see that I've been posting some updates of what it looks like. It looks very, very amazing. Kudos to the guys that are building it. They're working very hard, and so you'll be able to see it starting next week.
That's in Kamalote.
Yes. We are in Kamalote. Yes. So we carry honey everywhere, anyway.
Representation.
Absolutely, it's in my chain and it is in my ears as well. You just need a little stash, emergency stash.
Honey, that's something where if people don't understand, like you just said, Mr. Usher, in your coffee you use honey for sweetener rather than sugar. Of course,
and we have infused coffee too,
right?
Because we need a way to get extra coffee. So we have infused coffee, we have mint, we have hot honey as well. And this honey, we have, just tell us what you want and we'll create it as well.
All of these things you want to be able to find.
We do already have a shop, but we're moving it to make it more convenient for those that are passing on the highway, traversing the highway.
Tell us a little bit about the wax, because all I know be wax, I know honey. But what you call it, cone?
The wax is what the bees are using. They make it with the little hexagons in it to house the honey so that when I go in to collect rent, which is in this season, I need to open that wax to remove the honey. And that's a process all by itself. But then we take that wax that they're making, and by the way, they're secreting it from their body.
Right.
So people secrete scents, but the bees secrete wax from their body.
That's right.
And that wax is, like I said, used for many, many things. But like if you buy the honeycomb has wax in it. And you can still chew and eat the honeycomb because it cleans your intestines and it gives you roughage as well. Fiber, yes, that's right.
I know they make some kind of for your lip.
Lip balm.
Natural?
Yes.
Yeah. I went to an expo at
it makes you sweet.
Olag, and they had. Yeah, that's right. I tell my wife, you have to buy this.
Exactly. Yes, you pick up some tomorrow for your wives.
Yeah. I have to zoom in on the label, because the zoom in, the label is perfect for what is out there, which is made in Belize, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We do pride ourselves on our labels. We never always look like that. It was just always a print, and we just use a tape to tape it on. But you know, as we grow, we're improving. We even have a medal now on top of it. So we are improving tremendously. We have put our Made in Belize because we like these things to go to the States store Belizeans and
Yes.
those that are out there, because we're promoting Belize, and we're promoting the African bees. We're promoting that, yes, they might be called killer bees, but they're actually really, really sweet, you know, to me at least. I always say they're Christian bees, they've accepted Christ. So it's a golden standard of Belize, and that is why give them some grace. Give them some grace.
But it is very important that the people in this country, and not just in the country, or of course in the diaspora, we have a lot of Belizeans that I think. Do we have a call? If we have a caller on the line? Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor. How are you?
Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Pastor.
Yes.
I'm trying to lower to make sure that there's no feedback. All right. I want to address a question to the representation from the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry this morning. He has presented himself so well. He knows the product. He knows exactly all that the planning that went into what's going to take place. So I want to ask him something outside of what he may have expected this morning. If you, sir, were to receive on behalf of the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry an invitation to be on board Air Force One to travel to one of the biggest markets in the world next to the U.S., to go to China, what would be the top three things on the agenda of the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry if they had the privilege of making a pitch to that market? I know that it might put you on the spot, but I'm just wanting to hear what the deep motive of the Chamber of Commerce, this representation of the importers and the producers in Belize. Would you comment on that, sir?
I mean, for me, I would be able to say that presently, I wouldn't be able to give a direct answer to that response. The way that the chamber operates, we usually operate with informed information. You know, we operate under informed aspects, and so to give a response to that, I would need to sit with my team. We would need to discuss it as a chamber, as a secretariat, as an executive council with the board, and then formulate a response to that. I wouldn't have a formal response to be able to give. I don't think it's the opportune time to do that. I appreciate the call. I appreciate the caller. But in terms of giving a response, I won't be able to give a response to that at this time.
Did I get the question where the caller was saying? Because I think I heard him say, maybe, correct me if I am wrong, that what you're talking about, I think he said if you go to Taiwan, like China, the relationship with China, Taiwan, I think we have had Belizeans going abroad like that already, and the idea is to represent. I think the chamber had a representative as well, though, right?
I think there were certain, the way that it was worded, because Air Force One implies that it's an American airplane going to Taiwan or China, and we understand the intricacies of diplomacy there. And again, it's a topic that I won't be able to necessarily touch on, just because it's something that we operate as a team. So we formulate a response as a team. I won't be able to give a decision, because that's not something that I'm presently informed to share. If I have a response, definitely something that they would be able to send that in to us, and those are really what happens. So if you have questions like that, we encourage people to reach out to us directly through our email, which is bcci@belize.org, or if they want to set up a meeting and get a response like that, then we will do something like that, which is at the 2235330 number. We have ways to answer questions like, because for me, I would be giving my own opinion as opposed to the opinion of the chamber. And it wouldn't really give the best response.
You got to represent properly.
Yeah. I need to be able to give the chamber's response, because I've had a situation like this happen before, where I'm speaking on my behalf as opposed to the organization that I was working with. And sometimes it might get misconstrued as to the way you respond, whose response it really was. And so for clarification, if there's any type of response that anybody requires of the chamber, whether it be about business or anything otherwise, we always encourage people to reach out to us directly through the formal means, as opposed to through this medium here, because it's not the space for it. We're here to talk about Made in Belize. And I feel like while I appreciate the call and his question, I feel like there's a more formal way to do it. I would appreciate maybe even them reaching out back to us again, and then we could continue the conversation.
Sure. You still here, caller? Okay,
I think that
Caller dropped the question, and then, but that's very good.
I can share a bit though. I went to Taiwan last year.
Right.
Not China, but the Republic of China.
It is called the Republic of China, not Taiwan.
It's different. It's different. So not China, but I can speak from farm to perfection and going to the expo last year. So we are looking to export. Not immediately. There is a lot of intricacies as well as a business owner before we can even reach that place. However, we don't need to use Air Force One because there are other planes, so we can get there other ways. So just to speak straight and direct, that myself and other businesses are looking to export to Taiwan. Honey particularly is something that they love very much over there. It was well accepted when we went last year. We sold out on everything that we had, and we're going again this year. Building relationships. Myself, I have been learning Mandarin for some years, so I love the interaction. The people over there are great, and they love our honey here, and they love other products as well. So.
And we do have a really good relationship with Taiwan.
Absolutely, they're doing an excellent job, the embassy in Belize.
Yes, absolutely.
And promoting entrepreneurship as well.
And then for clarity, at least from my point of view, I mean, I don't know, you not tell Xi Jinping that. I believe Taiwan is a country of themselves, by themselves, for the Taiwanese people. That's me.
That's what they're showing in Belize, but then let's get back to Made in Belize.
But we're talking about Made in Belize.
Made in Belize.
Our products in Belize that Belizeans need to support. You need to come out and appreciate your own Belizean products and what will people have. This we don't have to go look at China if we get talent and if we go. We have it right here. We're displaying. We have the arts where if you need the best arts, Ms. Castillo will teach you arts. At Picnic will learn arts and give you the special classes. And she have the evidence right there. And then you have more of that we could see as well. We'll have a big one. That's look at that. That's a pretty one right there. And those are canvas painting, right? Those are beautiful. These are, what else? Tell us, because I don't know what our time look like. What we could expect more for tomorrow.
I was hoping that they would have been able to share some of the prices, because I want to know what something like this would cost, what something like that would cost. Even the honey, like what's the deal? What, not to reveal everything, but maybe just share maybe what people can expect, right, Ms. Leslie?
I don't know. Well, in the defense of these good women, ladies here, normally prices, you get your commodity and then you find the prices, because sometimes if you advertise your price, that's fine too, right? Personally, I would say you come to the expo, you see what you got, and then you have samples? Will you have samples of them? No, because you have these samples where people...
Our prices are out there for the world already to see. I'm not afraid to give my prices, because our honey is quality honey.
Sure.
And it's hard work. We try our best to share when we're in the apiary, getting in our suit next to fainting sometimes almost because it is so hot. So like this honey here, this was just extracted this week. You could see the orange in it. Most likely it came from the bees foraging on... I forgot the tree right now, but anyways, it came from a tree. so this, a bottle like this will cost you $21. we are available in Belmopan at Casa Pan Dulce. We are located in Camalote. You can find us in Belize City. The Creole Bread sells our honey. Also in Carlos Diaz, the health store, sells our honey as well. If you want the honeycomb, that's sold for $20. Now this package, which is very, very new, the honey crate we're calling it, it has our badge to the side. You know, we're really trying to do our best on marketing as we go along. Sure. So we learned to burn things in this week. So this one, you'll come out and you'll find this one out.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, and we have more of this coming out. So come out to see what we are creating. We're changing the face of honey. We're giving you 100% honey. We're giving you quality honey. Yes, we are going to give samples. Yeah. We've started that now about a year ago, and people love it, and we like seeing it dribbled all over you. So yes, that's what honey does. Come slurp with us.
Yelly pieces, wali what? Like wali
toothpick?
Yeah,
get a good. No, toothpick is too small.
But when you leave it bigger than, but something like that, right? Dip, and they'll dip it and taste and show the stick. You know, put it double dip.
No, we don't double dip. We don't double dip.
For the minds of our viewers, and also you are dipping that stick and suck it and then put it back.
No, we won't do that. We won't do that.
So on the honey end, I mean, it's good stuff, I'm telling you. And I watched the lady attack, I said attack the killer bees them. They attack them.
We're playing.
Yeah, they have that kind of relationship there. Yes. But I make sure I got my binocular where I can watch it from far because I know get close to them. I trust
it's
she to
fun,
do that. So
fun.
when you say she tell you this thing here at $21,
$21, sir.
Look there, you are say, but that thing's smart. Listen, it's good stuff too. It's
you gotta taste it.
It's good stuff. And I'm telling you, if you are the one where they get bite up for them bees there, I guarantee you also
have to consider that we are going, we are eco-friendly. We don't use any pesticides. We plant for our bees. Bees are changing because of the climate change. You know, this El Nino and El Nina. You know, those two are. You know,
and when a lot of fires there about the place, a lot of smoke.
That affects us as well. Exactly. We have to move our bees out. We have to clean our apiary all the time. We have to fight with ants. We're fighting with many things. So honey is not an easy journey at all. So you're getting good, but you know we wanna let's go over that side.
So in terms of pricing for my paintings, I mean it all depends on the time that I take to paint it. So this one could be around 150. That one is 290 actually.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, it's the quality. It's the I think it's high quality painting. So. And these ones, well, they go for 25 and 35 for that one.
Listen, people that Belize don't understand. You are some of the most ridiculous. I travel enough in the world, but you know the United States of America, the leading country of the world, where there are people in the rest of the world, they only dream about America when they watch on TV, right? Fortunately, many of us in Belize have traveled, so we see things. And some of them leave painting, you are going to eating like this, so and when they price them and tell you for that, you step back and go, huh?
You fit in your pocket.
You could nearly buy part of the States for that kind of amount of money. But yes, and to me, the way the artwork, you know, that I don't say no artwork, like somebody just dash some paint with a girl that paint up, so I cannot paint, but nothing I go, and you they pay so much money for that, and look at. Come on,
but
man.
You could see what she's painting there.
It's like science rocket. Well, I think Stevie Wonder could see that. That's a lot of art, right? And so it's all right, man. We could put money home and in our own people, right? And I really appreciate the talent that we have in this country, and definitely I want to say I appreciate you coming this morning and showing off what we have in Belize, and of course this bee attacker woman here, fight them bees to make we could have money. Check this out. Mr. Osher.
Yeah, tomorrow join us from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Salt Ring Road. That's right across from the Sir George Brown Park, where I believe there's still Mother's Day decorations.
I call it the Christmas tree park.
Yes.
It's where Christmas tree
so right across, and in the park there's going to be kids area as well. So there's already a kids area, but there's going to be Scubble out there, which is like a bubble ball game that people can wear an actual bubble and play a game out there. There's going to be trampolines and bouncy houses out there as well. So there's stuff for adults and children. You just need to come out. The event is free. Take a walk out there, cycle out there. The traffic officers will be around to guide everyone in that area as the street will be closed off. But yeah, it's a family affair. Come out. and take home something that's
Sure.
made in Belize.
Sure. And then you got the joy and knowing that you just support your own homegrown stuff and our own people, right? There is a good feeling when you go. Listen, when you travel boat, I just came from a conference. I was I was out of the country for 2 weeks, and I was in Panama, and I'm telling you, I took my own Maria Sharp. I take several of them. I get one little crate like this. That's just a pity. I never think about this one because I could get something
Next
like
time.
this. We carry next time, right?
Next time.
But I carry, believe Maria Sharp, one of them. And I give to some of my colleagues because there was an America's regional 53 countries, and so we have quite a large body of people that will rent this place here in Panama City. And I felt so good to give my colleagues them Maria Sharp pepper, and I came a lot of the Lee bottles there like this where I give out different ones. I sit down with them, I give them, and this is a part of promoting who we are. And when you go to countries in the world and you say Maria Shop, when I go to any place I look for them pepper places, that's where I got Humptins are there. Maria Shop, yes.
Civic pride.
This is Belize. Yes.
That's right.
We need to learn more of this.
And
as
we do have
Belizean.
quality products here.
We do have quality products. Thank you for saying that indeed. And because we could see it, we could taste it.
I could feel it.
It's tangible. You can feel the vibes in the wrong way, right? And one of the finest cuisines in this country. So you talk about we have foods out there as well. Honestly, I did tell you no Belize. I did tell you no. Listen, I like good feed. I travel a lot in the world, several continents. I travel a lot. I try all kinds of good food, right? Good food, right? Nothing like what we got home here. Not the variety. We don't just got one or two. We got the variety of foods right here. So we are a blessed nation. Thank you all for coming this morning, Mr. Usher. Thank you. I think we're getting all we needed to talk about for tomorrow morning, Mr. Steele. Thank you very much. And my good friend, this is the giant lady, Attack the Bees. Thank you all for joining us. And you need to be right there tomorrow and visit all the booths and support Belize. We'll go take a break. We'll come right back and we'll wrap up this show, this segment of this show today, right? Don't go away. Keep it locked and rock. We'll be right back.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize.
Prepare for the sweltering heat with a Rheem AC unit to keep you and your family cool and cozy. Get the recommended BTU for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save some much-needed cash with an inverter unit, which provides superior energy efficiency. When the heat is on, stay cool with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Rheem. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Flowers are more than petals and stems. They are messages. They speak when words fall short. At Bow and Our Flowers, every arrangement tells a story of love, gratitude, comfort, and celebration of moments that matter. From heartfelt condolences to joyful milestones and everyday surprises, we treat your moments as if they are our own. We're more than a flower shop. We create customized gift baskets filled with adorable items, making every gift truly unforgettable. At Bow and Our Flowers, our promise is simple: quality, heart, and arrangements that create long-lasting memories. Visit us in Nopan or Spanish Lookout. Contact us. Bow and Our Flowers, where every flower has a purpose and every gift hits the heart.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Serious about your sound? So are we. At Lavitza, music isn't just business, it's our vibe. From first-time players to seasoned pros, Belize chooses Lavitza. Whether you're a solo artist, band, church, school, or marching band, we speak your language. Experience the crisp keys of a Yamaha, the legendary beat of Pearl and Tama drums, and a premium selection of guitars, mics, mixers, and speakers. We only stock the best. Gear that's built to perform, designed to last, and backed by expert service with a smile. At Lavitza, it's about more than the equipment. It's about friendship and the joy of making music. Your passion is our mission. No cash? No worries. Ask about our flexible payment plans. From the mainland to the islands, we ship countrywide. Lavitza, the good stuff at better prices.
Now that we have the new water system, it has improved the lives of these people a lot.
The life of my village get better. Now we have our potable water in our house.
الشال شقيل بال بس استخا أقري شريش لقها أوستيك ما نخليها عن قتيو أم أوستيك وانكوش مان كمادا نشكوانكو تو نكوشيك شتاو ألقها نكاشوك شقوك نكوشيك شفوشوكات تسنخوانك أوستيك بياك.
I thanks for the minister to help us for drilling this well and give us the pump.
Right now, I see my village is getting good. I see water system, I see road, and we have our health post there.
We want to say thanks to the government of Belize, thanks to those that were there for Machakila, and we truly appreciate the support that is given.
Cyber Realty and Development is the leader in providing solutions to the current land crisis in Belize. For homeowners and investors alike, Cyber Realty is offering special deals on half-acre parcels in its new Emery Village development. Enjoy prime land off mile 37 on the George Price Highway at an unbeatable price. All you need is the initial down payment of $275 Belize dollars. Take advantage and reserve your half-acre home sites today. Emery Village. Join the community. Invest in your future.
Blessed Gardens is servicing home gardens across the country from the nation's capital and helping Belizeans reconnect with nature. We have everything you need for your home garden, so get growing. We have various types of soils: fortified soil, composted soil, potting soil, and pure compost for your garden. We have quality seeds and over 65 varieties of food seedlings for your garden. We even have organic insecticides available, EM soil treatment, and Polyshade for your excessive sun or rain. Blessed Gardens has all your garden solution in one location. Call 610-5679. Visit us at the Bumapan Market Plaza or enjoy our free deliveries across the country. Blessed Gardens. Get growing, Belize.
So when we face God, you know something. When I think of the love of the Lord.
Spice up your next event with professional lighting. Call 610-5679 and give your audience an experience they'll never forget. Proper stage lighting ensures stage visibility, motivates, and sets the mood of the atmosphere. We provide services for weddings, concerts, parties, dance recitals, and much more. Captivate your audience. Improve your production today. Call Shamax Productions at 610-5679 for quality and professional stage lighting.
I can't feel to see it.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. Creole and Garifuna, Mestizo and Maya, living in peace. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize. If I ever had to leave Belize, if I ever had to leave Belize, where would I go? Where would I go? Where would I spread my bed? Where would I lay my head? Nobody know. Nobody know. If I ever had to leave my home, no other place I ever roam could be like Belize. Be like Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine. We had a first segment talking about the expo taking place in right here by Sir George Brown little field right there, and with the BCCI, and people will be coming out there to display made in Belize products and so forth. You can't go wrong on that. Made in Belize, this is who we are. We're Belize, and we need to be supporting our own. Right now, we're going to wrap up this segment. We have with us, of course, my good buddy right here, Pastor Scott.
Good to see you, Santi.
Blessing.
Good to see you, Belize. And I'm happy to be here together with you. And yeah.
Continue to talk about the issues in the country where
right.
You know, we have something like the expo taking place in Belmopan, and it's something positive. We love our country. We love Belmopan. When people talk about why Belmopan did, I have heard some of our leaders, and mostly I want to say political leaders, and do we have a caller? Caller, good morning. You're on the air live. You're watching Rise and Shine.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Santi. Thank you for taking the previous call and to clarify. The purpose of my question was not to introduce the Air Force One, the US, Taiwan, or China. It was to probe the modus operandi of the Chamber of Commerce to see whether or not they have a threefold, fourfold, fivefold agenda in promoting Belize globally. So hypothetically, if they were to had received an invitation to join the executives that represented business from different parts of the world, had they had the opportunity, what would have been Belize's presentation? Just 3 areas of interest that would be presented. For example, energy, oil. We need oil. What else do we need? Markets. For what products? Does the Chamber of Commerce have a modus operandi to promote Belize globally? That was the question. The gentleman responded by saying that that response must be formulated by a sit-down with the team. That implies that the team has not yet sat down, or he has not yet been privy to what that promotion would be. That was my call this morning, brother.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Very good, thanks.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Yes, man.
Yeah. All right, good man. Yeah. again, you know, I think when our chamber speaks, they speak for not just the one person. It's a national thing, and they speak for all the business
network of businesses. And,
So I think it's maybe in being careful in what he was going to speak for the representation of the chamber on every business person in Belize, because when we talk about commerce and industry, we're talking about the entire country, and we are expanding, and of course the representation here this morning and what we're having tomorrow, the little shindig they're having tomorrow there is part of that, right? Is promoting, because and especially today's day and age, when you were on internet, it's globally. So it's not just people in Belize that are seeing these promotions here. It's pretty much it's globally. So yeah, we respect that. But I was saying, Scott, that in our country here we find sometimes our leaders they're not listening to the people that are more conscious. Now, given we will always find people that will try and break the rules, people that are lawless, people that want to do their own thing. Who do we listen to? Who are we listening to? The people that, we say Belmopan dead, right? This is Belmopan dead, so we have to create something for the youths. What are we creating though? And how is it helping Belmopan? You mean you want Belmopan, you don't want Belmopan dead, you want Belmopan live? Live for what? Or in what way? To kill up people? Recently, when we had that shooting yesterday?
Yep, yesterday in Belmopan. And I want to say kudos to the police. You know, it's one of those situations where you see the graphic picture, even if you don't see the picture with your physical eyes, but hearing the story, you see the graphic picture, how law officers put their lives on the line every day because of what we would call bad people that are bad-minded, you know, have things that they want to do. But so I got headlines, and then this morning in our prayer network group, we've been praying for this last week. About 45 people in a Zoom talk, agreeing together. We're having some very powerful times, but just because of seeing a trend in our nation. And so this week we felt something shift. It felt like something broke, and then I got the news story this morning that there was a shootout from police chasing two guys in a vehicle, and they apparently opened fire on police, who returned fire. The one guy, both of them God had mercy on. I guess one was grazed on his head and the other one was grazed on his leg. So a graze, 1 inch different on the head, and that's it, lights out.
That's right.
And so God, that's why I say God had mercy on them. But apparently, the story behind the story is that they were on their way to do a murder.
Wow.
There's pictures right there.
And that's Belmopan.
That's Belmopan, yeah.
We know one that, not a Belmopan.
Yeah.
We know they promote that. What we're talking about, you see, when you have shootout in Belmopan City, what is that what we want? We want to make a good news. We want something good to happen, something lively. Is that liveliness happening?
Yeah.
Is that what our Belmopan people want? Ask
right.
the Belmopan people, the honest Belmopan people, what do they want? Look at that.
Yeah. They had guns, they had ammunition, a number of different kinds of ammunition. So I assume a number of different kinds of guns.
Yeah.
And but anyways.
So that's what we want.
The story is that they confessed that they were on their way to commit a double murder and another one today. So basically, it would have been a triple murder. And again, I didn't hear that directly from news. And but I
like you said, those are the
I just need
story.
I need to say something, Santi. I've been here for 43 years. right? My whole adult life here in Belize, and I don't think anybody could ever question my love for our nation.
You live more than twice your lifetime.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I came to Belize when I was 20 years old, right? And so 43 years I've been here. I'll let you guys do the math. You can calculate for the math.
But you don't want to tell them how old you are.
How young I am, right? But my point is this: I love our nation.
Absolutely.
It's not the nation of Belize. It's for we nation of Belize.
For we people.
Yes, I love our nation, and I see all of the good, and I see the potential that we have.
Absolutely.
But I also see the bad. You know, like what they say, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah. And you see all of it.
I see it, and I just need to say something, folks. I'm not sure if you're realizing the pattern, particularly in this season right here. Something is seriously wrong.
Yeah.
Something is seriously out of whack. Something is seriously shifted and changed, right? But just in 1 month's time, there was a double murder in Corozal, a double murder in Orange Walk, multiple murders in Belize City. Some of those were gang related, some were non-gang related. We had a double murder out in Cayo, you know, the two police, you know, and we have this crazy, I don't call it rude boy, I call it lewd boy, right? Because that's what they're doing, trying to push this flaunting of the sexualization and objectification of women, so that young girls see that this is what you need to do for men or boys to like you. All you're worth is your body, and that happens when there aren't fathers to be able to speak into the hearts of daughters about the importance of their character, the importance of their vision, the importance of the destiny that God has for them when those fathers are not there.
You ask the question, Scott, as a father, because we are fathers, we have daughters, how would I feel in my daughter showing off herself and displaying herself and advertising herself like this? How would I feel as a father? And this is something that Belizean men, again.
And they label it as women's empowerment.
Yeah.
Seriously? Well, I'm confident in my skin, which means I could show my whole body. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And so, anyways, it's a breakdown, Santi.
Yes,
it's a breakdown.
Absolutely.
And that's part of the reason. And people want to rail up, you know, all the problems, like when the two police were killed out west. We just had two police killed, you know, and wanted to rail up onto a billboard. No, sorry, that process started a week before.
Way before.
Yes, it started a week before. It had continued to build traction, and it's continuing to build traction because people are sick and tired of looking at these billboards, and they're putting these billboards up right next to schools. And like, who's supposed to be monitoring the content of these billboards, right? So anyways, Pastor Wade and I talked about this yesterday. We don't need to rehash that whole issue, right? But I'm saying that just to say, we need to realize, folks, there's a breakdown. There's a breakdown. And we've already been experiencing breakdowns for a good amount of time. And it's getting worse. And then we have these companies that are pushing this kind of stuff, which is making it worse. Santi, you've probably heard me talk about this. Maybe you've talked about it as well. 80% of the children in the Caribbean are born outside of marriage, and half of that figure will never know who their father is. Okay, I heard those statistics presented somewhere. I started to quote it, but I thought, you know, I need to find out where that came from. So I started to dig in, and guess where I found it? In a United Nations report. Okay, and so, and why the commonality between Belize and Trinidad and Jamaica and St. Lucia and Barbados, and we're all experiencing the same kind of things? Well, there's a common culture.
Absolutely.
And a culture is a mindset. A culture is a value system. A culture is observances, right? And so In Belize, you know, we like rice and beans and chicken and fried plantain and potato salad or maybe coleslaw, right? And I mean, almost every home, you go knock on the door across Belize and that's what you'll find there, right?
Specialist on this.
Yes. And then you go to Jamaica and they call it rice and peas, right? And so, but it's very similar. Yes. And so, and then each culture kind of has its own little distinctives, but there's a commonality. Why? Because of the Caribbean culture. How is that spread? It's largely spreading through media, right? And through music. And so, and when you hear these music about, you know, 21 cops, no, it was 19, I think. 19 cops come after me, 19 cops going down. They're going down. They're going down to the ground. Bam, 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 you're going down. Seriously, like that's the kind of music people are listening to. Yes, and then we're wondering why we have these problems with murder and violent crime. Yes, and so what we're saying, folks, is hello. Like we need to wake up. We need to realize there's certain things that have caused things to be the way that it is, and then there's certain things that will cause it to change. And that's what we want to give ourselves to, is those causative factors.
We're not talking like, because, you know, a lot of time people get their mindsets, they're pastors, they are hello, watch what is happening. Do we like what we're seeing on the TV and listening on the news, that our children are being murdered? Our fathers are being murdered. In the case, mothers are being murdered. One of the police officers that was killed, a security officer, was a woman with children. And is that what we want? No, I'm sorry. We got to stand firm. We got to stand fight for this nation, every one of us. Not because you see only pastors sit down here and then the time about the church. No. This is bigger. This is our nation. We must be concerned about the well-being and the welfare of our nation together. But we got to do it together. And like one of our leaders says, God, the church are the conscience of the nation. We're not trying to be discriminative in any way, no. Plus, we respect women. And woman, why we respect you. Make we care yourself. You're not an object to advertise, especially on billboards. No, man. No. My mother, God bless her, she's passed now. I respected my mother. I would never want to see my mother out there being advertised, or my daughter, or anybody else's daughter or mother. I respect women, period. Show some respect, woman, that we could respect you. And sure, you're empowered. That's not empowerment. That's not empowerment. That's advertising yourself. That's low rating yourself. We want to see this nation learn how to respect women, and it starts with us as leaders.
And when you low rate yourself, you start to get low ratings, right? And that's where we're at as a nation. We're high in all of these terrible statistics. I found out yesterday. I didn't realize this until Pastor Wade said this. Belize is #1 in the region for HPV.
Well, that's why is that why we were pushing for the evacuation?
Well, I guess so. We're supposed to, right? And so, but nobody's talking about abstinence. Nobody's talking about building your vision and your values. What do you want, and what is sex for? And save sex for marriage, right? And so the ad that they used to have here on PlusTV, you know, put this on before you have sex. And I'm thinking, what is Pastor Wade doing? And it's a picture of somebody putting a ring on their finger, right? In other words, the covenant of marriage, right? And so I just want to encourage everybody. These are time-tested rules. They're time-tested principles and values from the beginning of time, because we came from God. And God created this whole thing. And in the same way that, you know, Belize Estate, Ford Motor Company, they are the official representative. If you need somebody to fix your Ford, you're not going to find a better place. You're going to pay for it. You're not going to find a better place than that, because they are the official dealership. They are the official repair center. They come from the company that created that thing, and so they know how to fix it.
Same thing with God.
And
Right.
God created us, and He gave us those values.
Right.
He gave us those laws and those boundaries, not to control us, not to take away our fun, but to keep us in the center flow of blessing. And we need that for our nation.
Absolutely.
Santi.
Thank you, Pastor Scott. It's such a pleasure being here with you this morning, believers. And remember, we love our nation. Let's love our nation together. Let's hope for the best for our nation. Hope you have a great weekend. Look after yourself. Remember the expo right there by Sir George Brown field right there is a block, like it's going to be blocked off. So you have a great weekend. God bless you. Take care of yourself and take care of your family. We're out of here, Pastor.
Santi, thanks. Belize, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Sweet Belize, land of the sand and sea, land of the coconut tree. I love me sweet Belize. Sweet Belize, land of the islands and keys, land of the barrier reef. I love me sweet Belize.